Hello, viewers, and welcome to Beyond the Headlines. It is reported that preparations for Pope Francis' funeral are underway after the 88-year-old Catholic Pontiff expressed concerns about his survival due to pneumonia. According to the United Kingdom's Daily Mail, which cites claim by the Swiss newspaper Blick, the Swiss Guard protesting the Pope are reportedly rehearsing his funeral. The guards are under a curfew as they prepare for the Pontiff's potential passing. The Pope has previously disclosed that he has already prepared his tomb, yet the location and design of his grave and coffin will deviate from tradition. This follows Pope Francis' emergency admission to Rome's Gemelli Hospital on Friday due to severe chest pain after days of resisting medical advice to leave the Vatican. Doctors diagnosed him with a complex respiratory infection and have prohibited him from participating in several engagements, leading the Vatican to cancel or reschedule his papal audiences for the week. On Tuesday, the Vatican confirmed that Pope Francis has pneumonia and that his respiratory infections include asthmatic bronchitis, necessitating the use of cortisone antibiotic treatment. The Vatican reported that laboratory tests, chest X-ray, and the Holy Father's clinical condition continue to depict a complex situation. The infection is especially concerned due to the Pope having had part of his lung removed many years ago. A further report by Politico indicates that two individuals close to the Pontiff have claimed that Francis confided in them, saying he might not make it this time. Aware of his limited time, the Pope has recently taken steps to tie up loose ends and secure his legacy, especially during this politically sensitive period for the Catholic Church. It has been reported that individuals have traveled to Gemelli Hospital in Western Rome to pray for Pope Francis, who is undergoing treatment there. On Monday, medical personnel diagnosed him with a polymicrobial respiratory tract infection, indicating that a combination of viruses, bacteria, and possibly other organisms have colonized his respiratory tract, resulting in double pneumonia. Treatment depends on the severity of the condition and can include administering oxygen through a nasal tube or mask, providing intravenous fluid, and addressing the underlying cause of the infection. So far, Francis has not been reported to use supplemental oxygen and has continued his routine of eating breakfast daily, reading newspapers, and performing some tasks from his hospital room. The Vatican has not provided any time frame for how long the Pope might remain hospitalized, only noting that addressing such a complex clinical picture, which has already warranted multiple adjustments to his medication, will require an adequate period of hospitalization.
The Vatican has said that Pope Francis spent a peaceful fifth night at the Gemelli Hospital here in Rome. He slept well and he got up and had his breakfast. Now, all good signs considering late in the evening on Tuesday, we had a medical bulletin by the Vatican saying that a further chest CT scan on Tuesday showed that he had indeed developed pneumonia in both lungs. Now, this comes after a diagnosis of a complex situation that he had polymicrobial respiratory tract infection. And what that essentially means is that he had a situation of mixed microbes in the lungs or in the respiratory tract. And so that is lending itself to a complex situation in terms of treatment. What we understand is that he's now getting a cortisone antibiotic therapy. So both of those. And we'll just have to see how those meds actually work. You have to give it some time. Of course, concerned because Pope Francis, as a young man, had also part of his lung removed. So this, of course, makes one's concerns when it comes to respiratory infections. And we have seen him dealing with this in the last few years. But reports quoting Vatican sources say that he's breathing on his own, that he seems to be holding up fairly well in terms of his heart condition as well, and that he's not lying in bed all day and actually does sit up in an armchair doing work on and off and even making phone calls. So all good signs, but clearly they're insisting on complete rest. Hence, the clearing of his scheduled through the weekend, even though, of course, there were scheduled events related to the Catholic Jubilee Holy Year, which is this year. But he's not going to be participating in that on Saturday, as well as not presiding over Mass on Sunday.
Pope Francis, born George Mario Bergoglio on December 17, 1936, in Buenos Aires, Argentina, is the 266th Pope of the Roman Catholic Church. Before he entered the priesthood, he worked as a chemical technician and nightclub bouncer. His humble beginnings and work experiences shaped his approach to leadership and spirituality. In 1969, he was ordained a priest and quickly gained a reputation for his dedication to serving the poor and marginalized. He became the Archbishop of Buenos Aires in 1998 and was made a cardinal by Pope John Paul II in 2001. Pope Francis is known for his progressive views and emphasis on compassion, humanity, and social justice. His papacy, which began on March 13, 2013, marks a significant shift in the Church's focus. He has advocated for greater attention to climate change, economic inequality, and the plight of refugees and migrants. His choice of the name Francis reflects his admiration for Saint Francis of Assisi, who was known for his love of nature and the poor. A distinctive feature of his leadership is his effort to make the church more inclusive and less judgmental. Pope Francis has called for greater acceptance of LGBTQ+ individuals and has shown a more open attitude towards divorced and remarried Catholics. Despite facing criticism from traditionalists within the church, he remains committed to fostering dialogue and understanding. A concern, especially in recent years, as he has struggled with respiratory issues and other ailments. Nevertheless, his resilience and commitment to his mission have made him a beloved and influential figure worldwide. His humility, compassion, and dedication to social justice continue to inspire millions, making him a symbol of hope and change in the modern world. Well, you are watching Beyond the Headlines on DDM Television. For more updates, do ensure to like, comment on, and share this video, and then subscribe to our YouTube channel, Diaspora Digital Media, for more updates. I remain Nenyor Michael Inezine. Have a nice day.